What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. I've got a good one. I've got a whole case to show you where we see the first part all the way to the end. Now, there's three parts to this. I put them all in one video. I've covered all three parts on my channel, but they're all in one now. This is Mr. Gubin in front of Judge Perkins in the 36th District Court. That's Detroit, Michigan. Now, this guy recently finished up his case yesterday, I believe it was, but his case started over a year ago. And I have the original incident that got him in, well, all the trouble. And you're going to see it from contempt to jail. That's what we have here. I'll explain what's going on throughout the way. But yeah, this is the whole from the FA all the way to the FO. All right. You ready? Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
And me.
Quiet, Mr. Goop. I have an insurance policy here. The only thing about this is I don't see a valid date.
Oh God, you cannot be serious. Do you not see the Ram truck right there?
I'm serious.
I'm surprised I'm not getting the same courtesy as the others. This is blowing.
I'm giving you the same courtesy. I'm giving you an opportunity to show me some proper documentation. You showed me some invalid registration first.
Sir, the truck is gone, sir. The truck is it got stolen from me at gunpoint. Insurance paid me off for the truck.
Okay, that is not
the policy that you asked for, and you're
not
satisfied. And I showed you valid
proof
that the truck was registered.
Please, don't say anything, Mr. Berry. Don't say anything, Mr. Berry. Mr. Gubin.
What did he say?
Mr. Gubin.
All I was trying to say was I'm extremely sick. I'm literally throwing up right now.
Listen to me. I'm not. We're not gonna talk like this. I'm gonna talk, and you're gonna listen, and I'm gonna give you an opportunity to talk. All right. So first of all, don't accuse me of not giving you the same courtesy as everybody else, because that's absolutely not true. I don't have to dismiss these cases just because you said you had insurance. I can send you straight to trial or make you or not make you take the deal. I can't make you do anything, but I'm trying to give you an opportunity to show me valid documentation, okay?
And I'm trying to.
And I don't see, what I told you is, I don't see a proper date on this insurance policy that you sent me.
All right, I'm going to show you this registration that I had on the Ram, and you will see what day that ticket was issued and what day this registration was issued, which was a month or two after the ticket. So the truck was registered and plated, fully insured after I received the tickets.
So show me the insurance policy, the portion of the policy that has the expiration date. You showed me that registration. 1/7/2024.
So you're asking to see if what? A valid what?
I'm asking to see the date on the insurance policy. You gave me an insurance policy. I have that, but it has no date on it.
All I showed was proof that the truck was insured, registered.
All right, I'm not gonna deal with it. All right, let's set a trial date.
I'm trying to get this dismissed. This is this is literally holding me back right now.
You get it dismissed on the date of trial. Date of trial.
Nice. Thanks for no, I see clear today why I'm not getting the same courtesy. Your name is Sean Perkins? Yeah, okay.
That's the last time I checked.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Mr. Gubin.
I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear the blabby blab. Just stop talking to me.
I was just gonna ask, did you want to go in a breakout room?
What is a breakout room? I showed all my proof. I showed all the proof. I showed the proof, Mr. Sean Perkins. What is it? Is it my, what is it? My complexion?
Have a good
It's
day,
my
Mr.
complexion, isn't it, buddy?
Have a good
Yeah,
day, Mr.
Mr. Uneducated Judge.
Have a good day, Mr. Goodman. You keep on
How are
talking
you
out of
even a
turn.
judge,
I'm gonna
bro?
hold you. I'm gonna hold you in contempt, okay? And we're gonna give you some jail time, okay?
What a clown.
You done?
Anything else?
Are you
Anything
done?
else, pal?
All right. I'm gonna hold him in contempt. I'm gonna give him 30 days Wayne County Jail. All right.
Right. Okay.
That's
You
you have
expect
an
a
absolute.
huge lawsuit.
You have an absolute right to a hearing
You
and
will expect a huge lawsuit. I showed you every single proof of documentation that I
All right.
needed to, and
Have
you
a great day.
refused to dismiss my stuff.
Have a great day.
Why is that?
Have a great day. We're not talking anymore, all right? We're done talking.
Yeah, that's what I
30
thought.
days Wayne County Jail.
Well, that was the incident right there. Yeah, contempt. 90 days. 90 days contempt. Yeah, don't do that. That's exactly what you don't do. You don't show up to court. You don't call the judge racist. Anyways, that happened over a year ago. I want to say it was last February of 24. I could be a little off, but I feel like it was at the beginning of last year. Anyways, he didn't show up for his trial. He didn't show up. The only reason he's back in court is because he received another traffic ticket. So he's back in front of Judge Perkins. His last name starts with a G, and the way that they do it in Detroit, yeah, Perkins will always see you with if you have the last name that falls into his letter category. So he came back, but this time he actually hired an attorney who we see on the screen right now, and she knows what's going on. She hasn't seen the tape yet, but she will. All right, let's go into it.
All right. He has not showed. He needs. I told him to be here in person today, and he has not showed. Not neither. Oh, I think he is here. He is here. Okay, so here's the deal. It's nothing really to talk about with Mr. Gubin. I told him to come in. I said I gave him 30-day Wayne County Jail for contempt last year. I see him hold up a child, and his child, he didn't come down. So again, he continues to defy orders of the court, and we just don't have much to talk about.
Well, Judge, I understand that may be the court's position as it relates to this matter. May I have just 1 second?
All right, real quick. I said 90 days, so you got 30 days. 30 days contempt is what it was ordered. My apologies.
I apologize, Judge. I needed to plug my computer in. So I understand that may be the court's position. I just got retained on this matter this morning. I was not present at the hearing where you apparently held him in contempt. He obviously has an opportunity to prepare and present a defense to the allegation. I'm not sure if the court made a finding as to whether or not this was civil or criminal contempt, and further, whether the court actually determined whether it was direct or indirect contempt. Obviously, the court's ability to sanction an individual, especially with a deferred sanction, may be limited under these circumstances. So what I'd be asking the court to consider doing is giving me a brief adjournment so that I may obtain a copy of the transcript of the last hearing. And I would just cite to case law, which indicates that my client does have the ability to obtain an accurate transcript of the hearing as a matter of due process. And when we come back, I will be prepared to effectively, properly address this matter.
Well, the contempt was right on the record on the record, and I do have you can get the record for that. It was I did hold him in criminal contempt. That's why I told him 30 days Wayne County Jail. And from my understanding of the court rules, he had his opportunity to contest that. That ship has long sailed, from my understanding of the court rules. because this was done over a year ago. And the only reason that Mr. Gubin has come back before me is because he got some other cases. He let the tickets go on the warrant status. He only is before me because he got the other cases. So I still need his presence here. I'm going to readjust his bond now.
Well, Your Honor.
So he continued. I'll let you speak, Counselor, and I'll let you do what you need to do as far as your job. But I'm going to do my job. And Mr. Gubin continues to defy the court's orders, and we'll talk about bond right now. City of Detroit versus Joshua Gubin, case numbers SP1414481, count 1 and 2, SP 1669671. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes, good morning, Camilla Barkovic, appearing on behalf of the defendant who is present.
Your Honor, Rami Hijazi, P82830 on behalf of the defendant as well, Your Honor.
Okay, so you can make the record now as far as what you want to do to the counsels if you want to, as far as Mr. Gubin is concerned. Today, we'll call the date and time. There's 2 warrants out for Mr. Gubin's arrest. Let me see what the action was the last time. Mr. Hijazi was here last week when he appeared on Mr. Gubin's behalf after Mr. Gubin showed up, and I realized that he was the gentleman that was just very, very contemptuous on that day that he was here last year. The allegations were made on December the 7th, 2022. Mr. Gubin was arraigned on those matters on February 29th, 2020, scheduled for August the 15th, 2023. And the register of action can reflect all the other necessary court dates that were had. But Mr. Gubin has shown that he does not comply with the court's orders as far as appearing before the court. Mr. Gubin has shown that he is very, very contemptuous. This is not something that I have done except for one other time. And Mr. Gubin, I gave him a week from last week to get his affairs in order to turn himself in, and he's still not here. Go ahead and make record and speak to bond.
Thank you, Judge. I've already articulated some of this to the court off the record, but I was just retained to represent Mr. Gubin in this matter this morning. I am asking for an adjournment of today's hearing so that I may obtain a copy of the transcript of the hearing that was held where you apparently held Mr. Gubin in contempt. He does have a right to counsel in any contempt situation. In addition, he does have a due process right to obtain an accurate transcript of the hearing. I would like to obviously obtain all relevant information and then address this matter appropriately. I'm asking that you take no action today and give me the opportunity that I am requesting on behalf of my client. And if you'd like me to transition into the bond issue, I am happy to do that as well.
I'll let you go ahead with bond.
Thank you. Your Honor, it is my understanding that mere traffic matters are pending before the court, at least one civil infraction, and I believe a no insurance misdemeanor. These incidents date back to 2022 based on my review of the register of actions. He has appeared in connection with this matter, which the court has noted. Apparently he was here last week. and you may have recognized him. But the point of the matter is, I know Mr. Gubin for a while. He always appears as required and as instructed. I understand that the court may have a difference of opinion as it relates to that, but I would attest to that. He is a lifelong Michigan resident. He has extremely strong family support. He is a father. He has minor children, actually, one of which is visible on the Zoom as we currently sit here. He owns his own business in Wayne County and operates that business very successfully. I think when you consider factors that are relevant to a bond inquiry and are not relevant to collateral matters such as prior actions engaged in allegedly before the court, personal bond is warranted, and it's my understanding that that is what may have been previously entered in connection with this case. Upon conviction of the only misdemeanor with which he presently stands charged, his maximum sentencing exposure is minimal. He is obviously presumed innocent at this point in time. And for all of those reasons, Judge, in addition to other reasons, such as his lack of any significant or substantial criminal history, which is a factor that the court shall consider when it sets bond, I believe a personal is warranted. And retaliation for what allegedly occurred in the past should not impact bond under any circumstance.
Very well. Bond is going to be set at $2,500 cash. I still, the order of Mr. Gubin still showing up because despite what you've articulated on the record, Ms. Bachowicz, I we put the warrant out for Mr. Gubin's arrest a long time ago. He was supposed to be in person here today. He's not. He also has an assault and battery case that he has a warrant out for his arrest for as well. So he showed the court and demonstrated to the court that he has, not only with this court, but with the other courts and other judges in this courthouse, that he has a failure to appear or something. So bond is $2,500 cash, and it's still ordered that Mr. Gubin show up in person to the court for the conviction hearing, and we will address, and you can appeal the matter to a higher authority if that's what your client chooses to do.
So, Your Honor, I have a comment as it relates to a cash bond. I'm asking that the court impose a cash or surety bond. My interpretation of the court rules as it relates to bond and statutory authority allow the defendant to elect whether he posts a surety or posts a cash bond. And my position is the court cannot outright prohibit a surety. So I'd ask for the addition of a surety provision.
The court has made its ruling, Counselor. You can take it to a higher authority.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, who's next?
All right, moving on to part 3. This is the last part. He actually does show up in person, so we're not going to see him on camera, but you will be able to hear him. He's standing in front of Judge Perkins in the courtroom. As far as the argument about the court can't deny a surety bond, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Maybe the nature of the cause, because it's a misdemeanor, the court can do that. I don't know. He had a bench warrant out for his arrest for contempt, and he didn't turn himself in. It's completely in the court's discretion to do a cash bond, from what I understand it. But I'm not a lawyer. All right. Anyways, part 3. This is the part that just wrapped up yesterday, and like I said, we are in the find out portion of the fuck around. Let's go.
City of Detroit, we're ready. City of Detroit versus Joshua Rubin, number SP14114481. Strike that. SP14114448 counts 1 and counts 2. SP166967 counts 1 and counts 2. SP16696731. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes, good morning, Camilla Barkovic, P78254, appearing on behalf of Mr. Joshua Gubin, who is present.
Good morning, Mr. Gubin. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Joshua Gubin.
Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. I do have an offer here which is pleading responsible to,
The camera, ain't no camera.
hold on, Mr. Grant, is pleading responsible to the amended count of limited access 1 to 5 for the speeding, and as charged, I'm thinking of the improper equipment,
That is correct, Judge.
and then other matters are to be dismissed. Is that correct?
That's accurate.
You want to take the deal, Mr. Gubin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you stipulate on behalf of your client to the basis of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsible plea on your client's behalf?
Yes, Judge, I
Will you
will.
stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna find your client responsible for the amended count of limited access 1 to 5 for the speeding based on that stipulation, and as charged to the improper equipment.
Thank you.
It'll be $125 for the limited access 1 to 5, and $120 for the speeding ticket. I'll waive the warrant fees,
Thank you, Judge.
and he'll pay any reinstatement fees, which I don't see here. Anything further? We're gonna take him into custody.
Well, Judge, I wanted to ask that you respectfully reconsider your position. I reviewed the record of the hearing in question. I understand that my client's conduct may have been considered disruptive and disrespectful by the court. A lot of time has passed since that occurred. That's no justification. But I think it's important for you to know the circumstances under which his actions occurred. So unfortunately, my client was suffering from the flu extremely bad that day. He remained on Zoom for an extended period of time. I'll even attest, I have sat on Zoom for an extended period of time, and oftentimes it becomes extremely frustrating. Obviously, this court moves its docket. This court is very accommodating. But given his illness and given the circumstances, he was not a happy camper. Again, that is no excuse for his actions towards the court. You obviously don't know Mr. Gubin. You probably never will. I've known him for an extended period of time. He is not who this court may think he is. He has always been respectful, diligent in addressing all of his obligations. He's 27 years old. He does not have any significant or substantial criminal history. He's married. He has 2 minor children who are absolutely beautiful, his pride and joy. He owns and operates his own business in Wayne County, specifically a gas station. His wife doesn't work. He's the sole provider for his family. Judge, if you would consider not imposing a jail sentence at this time, and maybe imposing an alternate sanction, which the court has authority to do, such as a fine, or anything else that this court deems appropriate, such as community service, my client will gladly accept that. I do know that he wishes to make his statement directly to this court, and I'll allow him to do that at the present time if the court would permit.
Well, let me say this. I appreciate your argument and your diligence on the behalf of your client. I went over and I reviewed I thought I exercised the utmost restraint in the blatant disrespect that Mr. Gubin. And let's go back to your about the Zoom. There's always an opportunity for an individual to come in person and sit in the court.
Sure.
So that's sort of like, the court looks at that as sort of like a benefit. You know, we allow people at work, we allow people at home who are sick. I didn't know he was sick until he mentioned something about being sick in the middle of, toward the end of what, but that's of no consequence of the court. I really don't care about him being sick. His obligation, he could have said, I'm sick and I don't, and can we pass this on? But it was every attempt to the court tries to offer individuals an opportunity to show documentation, which the court doesn't have to do that.
I know.
If he didn't have proper documentation at the time to stop, the court doesn't have to take that extent in dismissing the case because it's bringing proper documentation now. It is the court's view of Mr. Gubin's actions is that Mr. Gubin was trying to deceive and perpetrate a fraud upon. Mr. Gubin was given multiple times showing proper documentation. And we take it and we'll look at it on the screen. So he doesn't have to email it. He doesn't have to send it. He sends the first document. It wasn't valid. I said, Mr. Gubin, he indicated to the court that at first he indicated he got the truck, but he sold the truck. That was his first argument about what happened to the document. I said, do you have a truck? Do you have a valid document in your name now? He says, yes, I do. Then he emails the court the document, which I'll find in the record and put it in the file. He emails the court a document that shows me this deck sheet of insurance, but that insurance never had a date on it. So I addressed that with Mr. Gubin, and this is all in the record. And I asked him, hey, this doesn't have a date. Then he proceeds to show me another document that doesn't have his name on it, anything. And I when we brought that up, and then that's when things went further downhill. So I don't think Mr. Gubin's actions had anything to do with him being sick that day. I don't know whether he was sick or not. And again, I don't care at this point whether he was sick or not. I tried to exercise every bit of restraint. Then he further argues with the court and tells me while he's swearing that the truck was stolen at gunpoint. That was his other argument. First he says he sold it, then he says it's stolen at gunpoint. Then Ms. Harris tried to step in and try to mediate the thing and calm the situation down. Mr. Gubin was not trying to hear that. And then Mr. Gubin goes all the way and puts race into the argument that it's because his complexion that I am the way I am, and I'm doing him the way he felt I was doing him, which was absolutely not the case. And I still was exercising restraint and not doing anything. He calls me uneducated. He starts to throw names and things like that. So that's why we're here. We're there. Then there's going to be a huge lawsuit. So that's why we're here. Furthermore, this happened in February of 2024, February 29th of 2024. Mr. Gubin had ample opportunity to come to the court and try and rectify or bring it in. Mr. Gubin knew the court imposed a contempt sanction on him before he left the court, and he never did. The only reason he's back in here now is because he got more tickets. I told him to show up in person multiple times before he hired you, Ms. Barkovich, and he disobeyed the court's order. So at this point, the only sanction that I think is going to get to Mr. Gubin is a term of jail.
Your Honor, may I respond to some of your commentary? I'm not here to quibble with you, but that was something I needed to discuss with Mr. Gubin once I actually became privy to the transcript, the inconsistencies with his representations to the court. I will tell you that I have received information that both statements he made to the court with respect to the vehicle were in fact allegedly true, in the sense that his vehicle was stolen. He apparently has a police report depicting that it in fact was stolen under the circumstances he represented. The vehicle was allegedly then recovered, returned to him, and then he subsequently sold it. So I can understand why the court thinks he attempted to perpetrate a fraud because he advanced seemingly in his.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what he said. We just saw part one. He said that the vehicle was stolen at gunpoint and the insurance paid him out for it. That's exactly what he said. Now, I do like this attorney. She's trying hard. She's doing her best, but that wasn't right. That's not what he said.
inconsistent statements, but it is my understanding that he has documentation to back both of those points up. I'm not sure if that makes a difference to this court, but if it does, I'd ask for an opportunity to present that to the court. I understand my client made some statements which should not have been made, and he'll acknowledge that. I didn't advance his illness as an excuse, but I mean, we all know as human beings, any time we are not feeling well, we become more jumpy or, less tolerable. So he apologizes sincerely. He has remedied all issues as it relates to his license. He actually has a valid driver's license at the present time. His car's insured, it's registered. I understand that you think a jail sentence is an appropriate sanction. If you are insistent on continuing to maintain that position, which you can do because you're the boss here, Judge, I'd ask that you consider a reduced sanction and give him a week.
All right. I've heard the argument. Y'all let your client speak. If he chooses to, you don't have to. If you don't want to.
You would like to.
All right. Yeah, I mean, when we're sick, yeah, we become irritable and all of that makes sense. We don't start calling people racist though. I mean, when I'm irritated, yeah, I'm a jerk, but I'm not calling people racist. That's a choice. Yeah.
I just want to start off with an apology. I apologize for my actions. They were totally uncalled for that day. And I made some terrible misjudgments, and I'm completely wrong for that on my part. And I don't want to try to defend anything I said that day because there's nothing to defend. I was completely wrong.
I can't. I just should have
All right,
died last time I was on.
please. You gotta mute yourself. Go ahead.
I just believe that things were just misunderstood that day, and the documents that I was showing, it was misunderstood, and I lost my cool because I was very sick that day, and it's just a terrible mistake I made, and I regret it deeply. So.
Is that it, sir? This one document, Ms. Barkovich, that it was a deck sheet or part of a deck sheet that he sent me. It had pages 3 or 4. And this is the reason why I say intended to perpetrate a fraud. He could have sent this whole document. We all have insurance policies, and we know what those documents look like. And I have page 3 of 4 here. And I think he intentionally sent me these pages because he knew that if he sent me the pages that we were actually looking for, it would have had the proper data. Secondly, I wasn't misunderstood about anything. So, I don't know why you were so misunderstood. I thought it was very clear in an effort of what we were trying to do for you. Whether you say it's sickness or anything, I take the uneducated comment as a racial trope. You know what I'm saying? I don't, we've heard that in the tennis match the other day. The one of the players lost, and she calls the player uneducated. We hear this uneducated toward Black people, it seems like more and more. So that's how I take that as well. So I don't think that I wasn't misunderstood about anything. You turned a simple misdemeanor, no insurance, no registration, or whatever it was, into all of this. And this is the consequence you're going to have to pay for. All right. I believe he was contemptuous. I believe he disrespected the court. I believe he basically was making a mockery of the whole situation. So I don't feel any, I feel you intended to do that, and I don't feel it became because you were sick. Okay? So that's it. I can give you the information that he gave the court on that day. as a way, but everything he passed off to the court was either not valid at the time, or we would have given him time to get insurance. We do it constant.
I understand.
All right. All right. So I'll consider the reduction, but I'm not. He's going to go to jail today.
I understand, Judge.
So you can, Ms. Markovich, I'll pass the matter. You can go ahead about your day. You can zoom back in. I've heard your argument, and I'll make a decision before the day's out on if I'll reduce it.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate the court's consideration.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. All right, let's pass that matter. Yes. Okay. Very well. All right, where are we?
All right. And now for the conclusion. The guy went to jail. Right now, he was looking at 30 days. And judge has had probably about an hour to think about this. And this is where we're at now. Yeah. Well, I'll talk more after judge rethinks the 30 days.
Miss Barkovich.
I'm sorry, Judge, did you say my name?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reduce it to 2 days for your client.
Thank you so much, Judge.
So like I said, it'll probably be out tomorrow. I don't know, but it wasn't. You know, I appreciate your argument on behalf of him, but I don't believe it.
On the record?
No, this is if you I can put it on the record when we get the file. I'll mark it down, but if not, then we'll make sure 2 days gets entered. All right.
Thank you, Judge. He sincerely appreciates that.
I'm sure he does.
I do too. And thank you for your time today.
But I really wasn't doing it for him either.
I understand. Thank you.
All right. All right.
All right. Well, that's it. Judge reconsidered, gave him 2 days instead of 30. And yeah, I don't have a problem with this. I don't. I think 2 days for running your mouth is appropriate. The 30 days would have been a little excessive. I would understand if the judge kept it. But Judge Perkins doesn't hold people in contempt. He said it himself. He's done that twice. 2 times. So I get it. Anyways, that's the story. Now you saw why he was held in contempt. You found out that he ran for a year, then got another ticket, found himself back in front of Judge Perkins. You know, it's just one of those things. You just got to take care of it. And him hiding for a year got him 2 days instead of 30. Actually, him hiring an attorney did that. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. All the pieces together. I know I've covered every one of these at different times, but now you got them all in one video. So you get to see the whole story put together without clicking other links. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. This is a longer video, so it did take a little bit longer to put together. Have a great rest of your weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Don't do anything dumb. You do not want to end up on my channel. And you will if you do something dumb, at least in Michigan. Every other state, Kansas, maybe, Washington, maybe. But just be safe. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you guys next time. No, that's not what I say. Until next time. Bye. There we go.